So this is a follow-up video on the Solarwinds backup software. First thing I want to say is this video is not sponsored by Solarwinds. They're not paying me in any way. I'm talking about the product from my honest review and standpoint of using the product, and I'm talking about my experience using it, and this is a product I buy and pay for. I do not get it for free. I don't really get a discount that I know of, but you negotiate the price with your salesperson. They don't think they have any of their pricing public anyways, and it scales. The more you buy from them, the less you pay. So that, they've got all kinds of things you can work out for that, but I don't know that they gave me a deal because I'm saying nice things about their product, but we signed up for this quite a while ago and we've been paying for it for a while. So let's get that clear and out of the way. Now, a couple things. I like to test products and like to talk about them, but I like to give you what it's like to use them. I've been using this one for a few years, so I have some data and feedback to give you. Testing things in a lab environment doesn't really give you a bigger feel for how it works because, well, when you're staging it all in a lab environment, you don't have quite the same in-depth understanding of how it works because, well, you can't test every scenario, and it's really difficult to, and because it's lab, you may not see something in the wild, and then things happening, updates, and everything else, how do they all work? Well, I'm here to tell you, after a couple of years, we're still really happy with the product. And people ask me all the time, what about this product or what about that product? And there's some assumption because I'm using the Solarwinds MSP platform and the Solarwinds backup that I must have found the other products to be greatly inferior or somehow unusable or for some other reason. Honestly, we started with SolarWinds and we've stayed with their product. I have not had the time to test every backup and disaster recovery system out there, and I'm sure some of them work wonderfully. But this one by SolarWinds, and we're using the other SolarWinds tools such as their RMM, all integrates very nice and tight, and I can tell you that it does work. So we've went through a few disasters with clients. This happens as you have a lot of clients. Good news is they had our backups, and we were able to completely restore servers that have failed. We were able to store the oops, I deleted some folder out of things. People do that. This is what we do as IT support, is solve problems when people accidentally delete the spreadsheet. The system still works much the same. I have a more in-depth video that covers the details of how to set it up. It's all still driven through a web interface, which you can access your different clients' web interfaces through a special proxy they have set up. It's a cool design that allows me to, without logging into the computer to run the backups, you can all run them from the control panel from a web browser. All that is still in place. It still works in much the same way. So you can, do the overview of the backups. They have a nice dashboard that tells me the status of all my clients and all their backups. And so all those features that they had in place are still the same overall look and feel that they had when I did the video. So I'm not going to do an updated video on the in-depth, but I will talk about their support. And their support was great because we had an incident with a 2003 server. And this is one of those weird scenarios. I didn't test this, of course, when I did my demo of this because who's running 2003 server? Well, we have a handful of clients that work in some fields that have some proprietary software that just doesn't work on anything but 2003, and it happens to manage their business, so it's critical. And we do have the backups set up on this, and it does work. But they had an incident. And you can imagine an old server running 2003. What could go wrong? Well, everything. And we were able to use SolarWinds to completely restore, and the server worked. But we did have problems with getting the software set up because the official support from SolarWinds MSP is we only support newer versions of Windows that are still in support. But this is where their support had gone ahead and was very helpful with getting it all to work properly and set it back up. They have the old versions of the software. They're like, yep, you got to run this version, this, and this, and it still completely connects to our system. It's missing these features that aren't even available in 2003, so they were very helpful. They explained it and got it going. And that's something that's really important to us, is that we don't just have a backup program that I think works. We've gone through and put it to the test and had to restore both files for people who goof things and had to restore complete servers because, well, the unimaginable that we have backups and planned for did happen, and the server, an entire RAID array, just burned out. Of course, it was an old server, so that happens. Sometimes you got to talk clients into replacing servers. Sometimes they wait longer because it was in their head they should replace it, and it all went wrong before they got it replaced. But these backups only meant by the delay was between getting the server and running the restore. Now, having a local copy of it. Of course, makes it really fast, and it still supports that feature. So it keeps one local copy, then a cloud copy, and it's all pre-encrypted, so it's all in compliance with things. So we're still using it. We're still happy with it. Haven't had a real reason to switch to anyone else because I get calls from other places, from different salespeople. But because this is kind of a tightly integrated with the other SolarWinds platform we use, like their RMM tool, we haven't had a real reason to change. Well, this is more just a quick follow-up video on that. Oh, yes, we're still using it. Yes, we're still happy with it. I'm not seeking out anything. And it's like I said, this isn't sponsored or paid by SolarWinds. This is just my feelings on the software that we're still using it and still happy with it. I might do a follow-up video because they've added so many features that are like their RMM platform, which we still use as well. And that does need an updated video, so you can dig around and see. I did one a while ago, and I do want to do an updated video on that. But functionally, the software works much the same. They have added a couple more features, which I'll leave a link here to the backup plans they have, because they added this new backup documents feature. But all the other stuff still works fine. The archive revisioning, the workstation backup we've been selling, so we can do bare metal restores on there. And Sharepoint, I can verify we've done MySQL backups. We don't have currently anybody running Exchange anymore. We've migrated them off there, and I haven't tested anything with Sharepoint on there. But they're bare metal and does absolutely work, rapid recovery. And if you get into it, and we didn't bother with this, but they do have custom branding if you wanted to have a dashboard that you can share with your clients with it's all branded. Something we don't do. Generally, our clients are just like, make it all back up and send us the bill, and they're happy with it. So, and we are too. All right. Thanks. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up. Leave us some feedback below to let us know any details, what you like and didn't like as well, because we love hearing the feedback. Or if you just want to say thanks, leave a comment. If you want to be notified of new videos as they come out, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell icon. That lets YouTube know that you're interested in notifications. Hopefully they send them, as we've learned with YouTube. Anyways, if you want to contract us for consulting services, you go ahead and hit launchsystems.com, and you can reach out to us for all the projects that we can do and help you. We work with a lot of small businesses, IT companies, even some large companies, and you can farm different work out to us or just hire us as a consultant to help design your network. Also, if you want to help the channel in other ways, we have a Patreon. We have affiliate links. You'll find them in the description. You'll also find recommendations to other affiliate links and things you can sign up for on launchsystems.com. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.